There you go. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Now I'm live.
Now you're live.
Now I'm live. Can I hear myself? I don't hear myself. Yeah, last time I used this, I think this thing used to give me like an echo or something. I used to be able to hear
Ah.
myself. Oh well,
Oh,
I
I
know what
mean,
I'm saying.
yeah.
All right, yeah. This is we got a treat today. We got the George Washington Trojans JV Junior Varsity team live from Washington Heights. We don't normally get the JV squad on film, but you know, this is a treat,
Yeah,
privilege to have this going on today.
oh,
Uh,
definitely. You know what it is? JV is actually sitting on a full record to start the stream. So right now the JV baseball team is undefeated, and coming in right now is Manhattan Center. You know, they coming in to the field with an 0-2 record. So I mean, yeah, it's 0-2 record. So they haven't won a game yet, according to PSAL. So this is gonna be an interesting treat. Let's see if GW can definitely continue their momentum to be a very dominant JV baseball squad.
now,
Or
I'm gonna say this: baseball is a funny game. On any given day, any given person can be on fire. So you can have literally the last place team facing the first place team, and if that pitcher's in the zone, ain't nobody touching him.
and you know, this is what we was talking about. What happened in the last game we was streaming, where the Varsity baseball team facing against Washington Campus, you know, coming into the Heights with a 3-7 record, managed to, you know, defeat GW.
That was a tough loss, and I can tell you I know exactly what happened there. The mental part of the game got to the boys early. Number one, they've been facing some difficulty because of eligibility issues between some of the players, and that actually brought down the morale of the team. You know, it's a camaraderie, it's a brotherhood, and when you're with your brothers and all of a sudden you lose one or two of them, the morale just drops, and you need to find a way to remotivate yourself to play. So that's definitely been eating in the back of some of their heads. But then on top of that, you start off the game with a major error, right? The left fielder off the hit took a step forward, and let me tell you that's the number one mistake in the outfield. You can't. Your initial step has to be a step back. And what happened was that ball was hit over the left fielder's head. That step forward prevented him from getting to the ball on time, and that very first hit of the game was a run. So you started off the game with an error, and you never want to start off a game that way, right? It's a lot harder to come back from a deficit than it is to take the lead early, and that's what Walton was able to do. They took a lead early and applied a lot of pressure to the Trojans. Then after that, the Trojans kept it close. They tied up the game, but it was late in the game. So around the sixth inning, they tied it up, and unfortunately, uh, Walton got a couple of big hits off of our pitchers, and they took the lead because of it was so late in the game. By the seventh inning, they only had one inning to catch up, and the damage was done a little too late in the game for the Trojans to catch up. And but that's what I mean by you never know what's going to happen in baseball. Right? You can have the best team, the second place team, facing one of the lower ranking teams, and depending on the day, you know, the mental part of the game sometimes gets to the players, and sometimes somebody is hot, and that's what happened. Somebody was hot, somebody was cold, and the team that was playing better just took the momentum and kept it rolling. So over here, we're hoping that doesn't happen today. We're hoping that the JV squad could redeem us and take the lead early and maintain it, which is usually the routine for the Trojans. But like I said, some things that are out of our control have been affecting us. But we're gonna bounce back because that is the Trojan way, and I believe today's gonna be a good game for the JV boys. It's a beautiful day. It's mid 70s, not a cloud in the sky. You smell that? It smells like baseball.
Definitely smell like baseball, and today we are fortunately gonna see something, especially when the bats come alive. I'm looking at the stats right now, particularly the JV, and most of the game that I managed to outscore the opponents. every game more by more than 10-1. So this is quite a squad that we got here, and I can't wait to see to see in action live, especially commentating and broadcasting this game. It's gonna be an exciting one. And today we are definitely sponsored by Boss Head and the bodegas around the corner, 192nd Street.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you this. If there's a bodega out there that's willing to bring us three cold maltas, we will be promoting you guys for the rest of the week. So listen out there. Any bodega that wants to bring us three maltas over here to George Washington for us to enjoy in this game, we will promote your bodega. Just give us your name, your address. We're gonna promote y'all all week because we got three commentators here that are pretty thirsty and it's hot out here.
Oh yeah,
And
no
the
doubt.
pastelitos, we will push that promotion till next week too. 2 weeks of free advertising by the Trojan media team. Uh,
We're gonna see the logo on the screen,
we'll
and
we'll make a commercial and everything for y'all. Don't
oh yeah,
worry.
definitely. So let us know. You know where to find us. We be at the bleachers. If
Hey,
you see two cameras, that's where we'll be at.
and I'm not gonna lie, you know, this is actually an opportunity to promote local businesses as well. If you support the Trojan teams, not just the baseball team, but any team within the campus, we'll be more than happy to have a partnership with you guys and promote your business here during our commercial breaks. That is fair game. I feel that's fair game.
Yeah, that's definitely fair game for sure. And I'm sorry about my audio cracking up a bit there. We definitely like to promote small business, as Mr. Lopez says. So if you want to come support us, definitely reach out to us. We will definitely put the email where all the advertisement can definitely be sent to, and we check it, take a look, and if we approve it, we will airtime it. So
That's right. It's always nice when the community wants to ship in and help out for a common cause. And again, this is the campus of Washington Heights, and a lot of our families, our nephews, nieces, uh, brothers, sons, daughters went to George Washington, and we like to keep in touch with the community here. So any of the teams, soccer team, football team, basketball team, if you have it in you to donate to our teams, maybe a new set of jerseys, maybe shoes, gloves, balls, whatever you have, it'll be greatly appreciated. Because any help is better than no help, and if we can help out a kid in one way or another, it's always appreciated. And, we will always take your a hand, you know.
definitely for sure. So you know where to find us. You know where the school. This is the only high school in Washington High when we matter the most. No offense, Loperon.
Which, by the way, we're gonna see y'all on Friday, so get ready. Get ready, Luperon. We you're in our sights, and those are pretty big games. Don't
Yeah,
get too
definitely.
comfy.
Oh man, that's gonna be a very exciting game to watch for sure.
And we could talk about that right now. You know, it's the varsity team is coming out of a bad loss. Let's be honest. You know, it was a bad loss on Monday, and they're looking to bounce back. And who's in our sights is Luperon, the number one team in the division. And I don't know about you, but I don't like being second best,
Oh
right?
heck no,
So
man.
even though the standings say we're number two, you know, the next two games against Luperon give us at least bragging rights for whoever takes them for the next year.
Oh yeah, no
So if
doubt.
Washington Heights, if the Trojan beat Luperon, at least we get to brag about it for the next 365 days. You know, so we'll be the Washington Heights winners.
Oh yeah, no
But then
doubt.
again, let me not jinx anything because Luperon takes 2 out of 2, then we gotta stay shut for a year. But I got good faith in our boys.
Listen, I call that the commentator curse if something happens like that. So
The curse of the commentators? No, 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 don't put the blame on us.
oh
don't put
man.
don't put the blame on us. Huh?
Anyhow, so this game is to let you guys. This game is running a little bit behind schedule, as the Manhattan Central squad just coming into town, so they're gonna have to get ready, warm up a bit. So I say another 10 or 15 minutes, tops. So we're gonna do some more commercial breaks, and we might talk baseball and see what happens. If you guys on interested and want to talk about baseball on the chat, we're reading off the chat right now. So feel free to comment your thoughts below, and we're gonna read it out, and we're gonna have a good time, man.
Hey, let me take advantage and just shout out that tomorrow Thursday, the High School for Media and Communication has a production at the United Palace, a musical about musicals. If anybody has been to Broadway in the past, I'm gonna say 6, 7 years, you might hear a tune or two from a whole bunch of these shows. And let me tell you, these kids got some serious talent. Led by Zuleika, who last year she managed to collaborate with the Latin Grammys and with Lin-Manuel Miranda to have a presentation and bring those guys to the George Washington High School campus. And now this time around, media and communication, some of our students are going to be at the United Palace tomorrow. It is a free show. All you have to do is look them up in Eventbrite, reserve your tickets, be there or be square.
And you need more information during the commercial break, all you need to do get your cell phone ready or take a screenshot when the QR code comes in, so that you can definitely scan that QR code using Google or using your camera, whatever devices you have, and it will lead you straight to the website. No fuss, no muss about that.
Yeah, we
So
ain't slacking here. We're up to date with the tech. Uh,
I really hope so. With Media High School, we gotta be there, man.
now tomorrow, correct me, we have the girls softball game here. Same bat time, same bat channel, as
It's
they used to
saying,
say in
yep,
Adam
you know,
West. Uh,
and they're coming up with a good record themselves as well. So we will be facing against Manhattan Center. No, Health Professional. I'm sorry.
Health professionals. And when I was speaking to Coach Gonzalez, and he was telling me that the last time that they faced this team, they took the L, but our starting pitcher was injured that day. Right, so she
Oh,
had an ankle injury and wasn't able to play. She was ineligible for health reasons. But our starting pitcher is back, and they're trying to take a win and at least even off our record between health professionals.
man, that's gonna be a nice little mode matches.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, that's exciting. All right, so as we starting to wrap up here for the JV squad. Just want to give you a heads up. Starting Thursday, we'll be live streaming the girls' softball game. They're going against health professionals. Friday, we got one of the big games of the year between the varsity baseball team and the Le Peron, the undefeated team in the Northwest Division, coming at you live 4 o'clock. And we have another exciting matches next week as well. So definitely prepare for those two, for this week and next week. It's gonna be very exciting, and I'm looking forward, you know, to be there and streaming and commentating with you guys for
Oh, and
sure.
a month from now, a month from today actually, the George Washington campus is gonna have their production of Aladdin in-house here at George Washington campus. So this is a production brought to you by all four floors. It's they've been working really hard on this, and the kids are almost ready to hit the stage. So we're excited about that. We want the community to come and support. It is a free show. All you have to do is show up, reserve a ticket. Uh, there's plenty of kids that are part of the production, so ask any of them if they have any extra tickets. Students ask, let the staff ask, and spread the word. It's gonna be next month. I believe it's the 9th, 10th, and 11th.
So question, because I know you were the one that is overseeing that Latin play. What you think? What is your expectation?
It's gonna be magical.
Magically, and this is actually the first play that is going to be dual language, if I remember.
First dual language play in the campus, and I'm not overseeing. Mr. Martinez is the one who's in charge of the play. I just pop in every now and then to
Not
to
this
help out.
Martinez, by the way. Not this Martinez.
Mr.
Nah.
Martinez from TCA. Shout out to Mr. Martinez if he's watching.
Yeah.
He's
So.
not watching. He's actually rehearsing with the kids right
Oh
now.
yeah,
So,
definitely. So give
but
him
if
a.
he plays this bag, shout out to you, Mr. Martinez.
Oh man, that got the audio peaking right there.
I'm
uh,
sounds good.
uh,
Shout out to Gabe. We
of
miss you,
course.
brother. You're
Yes,
not
we're
here
gonna.
today with us.
Yeah, you're not here. He's not here fortunately with us, but he's doing his thing on his floor. Gabe is definitely gonna come over seeing this. Fortunately, I will be watching because I cannot make it this Friday. but I make sure everything gets streamed. I had to leave early because I had to take care of some family issues coming Friday, but I'll be on the chat. I'm gonna be like chatting it up with you guys for sure.
I just popped open a cold one, and when I say cold one, I mean Malta, India, established
Oh
1939
no, we
in,
definitely we didn't want to get in
in
trouble
my
here.
home country of Puerto Rico, Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. Good source of vitamin D is vitamin B. It says good source of
I don't
B
know.
vitamin. I don't know how true
Yeah,
that is, but
I don't know
it
about
tastes
that.
good.
Man, I'm thirsty right now. Yo, Jarvis, what's the drinks at? Yo, you didn't get the drinks.
Malta, India.
Oh man,
It says no high fructose corn syrup.
that's the only mata that I know that have no high fructose corn syrup. I might
Uh,
consider tasting that.
Malta, India. I don't believe you, but
Yo, listen, any bodegas out there who's watching us, please bring some matas up here.
eh,
We could use as many as we can. And we'll definitely give you a shout out on live.
I got a question.
What's up?
Do you like Malta, India? Do you like Malta Goya?
I grew up with Goya.
You grew up with Goya?
I grew up with Goya.
I grew up with India.
Ah man, I should definitely try India more.
I like India more because it's not as sweet. For me, the Goya one is sweeter.
I definitely noticed that for sure.
It's a little too sweet.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink as much. But I'm gonna definitely try India. Mata, mata, doshi wana, mata. Hey.
Yeah, that's why I got one. Red, white, and yellow. That's not. That's Ponce. Is that Mayagüez's color? I don't know. I thought
Hmm.
that's Ponce. Ponce is red. No, Ponce is red and black. I don't know if Mayagüez is red and yellow.
So I got a question. With the manta, I know manta India. You said is from Puerto Rico, but what about Goya in the United States?
Oh, I don't know. I
Probably
don't know.
USA.
Probably.
Probably, but that's why we have high to food on conserve. And you
Yeah.
see right now the girls varsity softball is actually practicing on our left side, on our right side here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girls are out here practicing. The varsity boys are here working on batting. They're taking BP on the side.
Oh yeah. So
Uh,
I'm
pitchers are working on their
I would
mechanics.
see Canva two could definitely take a Canva two could take a shot at the practice squad over there. You know.
Got Coach Carbone, Coach Bobby.
There they are. Get the girls and the boys. Zoom out a little bit. There you go. You know, you don't have to go that deep. But there's the girls right now practicing. They got a big game coming on tomorrow. The Varsity definitely got a big game on Friday with Lupimon. Definitely the big game of the Heights. I know Inwood was there too, so we had three dominant baseball teams. But question for the Inward, do we consider them the Heights or Dykeman?
All I know is that when I was in high school, when I talked about Washington Heights, it was from 168 all the way to 200. To me, there was no such thing as Inwood and Dykeman. It was all to me. It was
Okay.
all Washington Heights.
So saying Inwood is probably maybe in like 203. They're probably not a part of the Heights. We could call them the crosstown rivals, I guess, or
Uptown Rivals.
uptown rivals.
It's a Subway series. A little too far. No, it's not too far to
It's
walk.
not
It's
too
right
far.
there.
It's right above. It's right on the bottom of the hill. So
Dykeman's right around the corner. That's part
yeah.
of the Heights.
Bottom of the Heights. Where Manhattan Center located at? Upper West Side.
You know, the other day, I never noticed this. I don't know why, but I never noticed this. I was driving on Deegan, right? Going going up to Yonkers from the South Bronx, right? So driving up from like Yankee Stadium on the Deegan all the way up, you pass the High Bridge, and I see the dome. You see the dome? Yeah, I never paid attention to it, and then
You talking about that?
yeah, the dome right there, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you can spot everything from the major D. I'm like, oh snap, that's my job right there.
Yeah, man, this is what they call us the Jewel of the Heights, man. Look
Jewel
at
of the
that. Look
Heights,
at
yeah.
that. We shining bright.
Here's a little trivia. Let me see if you know this. What is the oldest bridge in New York City?
I would say George Washington too. But
George Washington? No, nowhere near. Nowhere near. George Washington was part
oh,
of
wait, wait, wait,
FDR's.
wait, 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 wait. Was it Manhattan?
Not the Manhattan Bridge. Close.
Wait.
Close. Brooklyn Bridge, I believe, started. They started construction 1865. I think. Don't quote me on this one. It might be 1863. Uh, but the oldest bridge in New York City is the High Bridge.
The
It's the
High
High Bridge.
Bridge.
High Bridge
Wow.
over here. Washington High crosses over to exit 9 by Fordham. The High Bridge is the oldest bridge in New York City.
They just repaired that bridge too, right?
Hmm?
Did they just recently repair that bridge?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
opened it up not too long ago.
Like a few years ago, actually.
Yes. A
I
lot of
forgot
people
about
think it's
that one.
the Brooklyn Bridge. Most people think it's the Brooklyn Bridge, and it is one of the oldest bridges. It opened up. It was completely done by 1883. I think they started in 1865. I think. Don't quote me, guys. Don't. If somebody is in U.S. history and they're quoting me for this, that's a very bad idea. Don't do that. First
I
of
should,
all,
I should like hit up the social study teachers.
where's Carbone? He's a history teacher. He's a U.S. history
He's
teacher.
coaching.
Oh
he's
yeah, nah, he's having practice. He ain't coaching today.
listen. After 2:30, he's in coaching duty, bro. He's not even thinking about teaching. I don't blame him, man. He like, well, I'm not no teacher right now.
But yeah, the High Bridge is the oldest bridge in New York City.
Oh man.
5 boroughs. Remember, New York City consists of 5 boroughs, not just Manhattan. New York City is 5 boroughs. And
Dude,
the oldest bridge in New York City is the High Bridge, right around our corner.
I never knew that. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
most people don't. Most people don't.
Woo! 1600s. Oh. Where was the King Bridge located? I don't remember. Nah, I don't think. High Bridge still there. Definitely. The King Bridge. Where's that at? I don't think.
I'm gonna assume it's around Kingsbridge. Is that people weren't too creative back then, you know? Canal Street was named because there was a canal there, you know?
I mean, that's history though. So how history tends to be very interesting. Do you math and you're a math teacher and a music teacher? For some reason, I thought you were social studies too.
Once upon a time, I taught social studies.
Once upon a time. He's sounding like he's old now, but he's definitely one of the youngest squad we got here.
Bless your heart. Bless
Uh,
your heart.
oh man, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get
All
started.
right, some of these guys are putting on helmets. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign, man.
It is
4:30.
4:30, right around 4:30. 29 minutes past 4.
Yeah,
Trying to be fancy.
I'm just surprised. Like this game gonna be a long one for sure. It's starting late because of I guess traffic or whatever the case may be. But a ball game's still going to happen, and I'd rather see a ball game than see a forfeit, in my opinion.
Hey, I always said the same thing. I'd rather play than forfeit.
Yeah, even if forfeit, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be playing against each other, so that may be something, but still.
Now, I'm going to tell you what, on a forfeit, you might actually not play the opposite squad even as a scrimmage because you're trying to save that arm.
True.
These pitchers, you don't want to risk somebody hurting themselves for a game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I know a lot of coaches that won't risk it.
Especially when you have a big game coming up on Friday. The
Yeah.
pitching staff definitely want you know, the pitching staff definitely gonna want their pitcher rest up and stuff like that.
Is anybody on? Is anybody in the chat?
6 viewers, but nobody on chatting. They just. I don't see you guys on the chat. What the?
Hey, if you're viewing,
Oh, you guys
just say
got.
hi. Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
guys got.
something.
Alright. Let's see. Alright, do I drop? Let me refresh. Let me refresh YouTube for a bit, real quick.
Let me take advantage and I guess read the lineup.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Here's the chat.
All
There we
right.
go. Here's the chat. Oh my, I was like, where's the chat at? My computer is acting slow. Oh, Brooklyn. I could. Yo, Gabriel definitely was listening.
He was listening.
I got you, Gabe. I'm sorry, man. I didn't see the chat on live now. Now I see it though. So I just have to refresh the thing.
Reading the lineup, number 19 is going to lead off today. Our starting shortstop, Faniel Mercedes. Batting second, number 6. Playing second base, Noah Walker. Batting third, number 13, our first baseman, Noah Disla. Batting cleanup, number 9, our right fielder, Henry Cedeño. Number 33, the left fielder, Jared Aguasanta. We were just talking about that last. What a last name. Holy Water.
Oh,
Batting six. Number
ready?
4, playing center field. Starling Ureña. Number
Get in
5,
there.
batting seventh, our catcher, Friendly Valdera. Number 8, the third baseman, Saul Soriano. Oh, Soriano.
Hey,
Kind of,
Kiara,
kind,
what's
kind of,
up?
kind of look like Alfonso Soriano a little. Got
Yeah.
a little bit of that swag. And batting ninth, the designated hitter for the George Washington Trojans, number 27, Edwin de la Luna. And on the bump this beautiful afternoon, number 11, John Lugo.
Alright, let me go read the chat right now. Gabriel, laugh out loud. You feel left out? Nah, you don't. You don't feel left out. You not you now. You don't feel left out. I got you, bro. I managed to fix the issue here. And Kiara, what's up? Tejeda, gets ready on the game. You know, me and you all. You know, we all ready for this big game going on today. So hey, thank you so much for stopping by, and everybody else. So, according to Gabriel, the construction wife completed the construction. The designer of wife completed the construction after he died. The fire stopped the construction for a few years. Oh, you're talking about the high bridge, right? Oh, Aqua Dog. So, yo, Gabe, where you at though? Are you still in the building? We're about to get started soon. Here we go.
All right, the boys are clapping it up. That's a sign that the game is about to start.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, my iPad was heating up from the sun, so I had to keep it out.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but when they're saying the lineup and the starters and the positions, the coaches walk away and they let the players build that bond. They build that trust, that camaraderie within each other, and they support each other. It's led
You,
by the student athletes, not by the coaches. And then once it's done, the coaches return. And I see Carbone does the same thing. So it's part of the
Brooklyn
Trojan
Bridge,
culture.
gotcha. Alright, Gabriel corrected me. It's a Brooklyn Bridge. Ah, man, y'all guys know your history. I feel like, I don't know none of this shit. Oh, sorry. None of this stuff, so.
Did you say schist?
Shit, shit.
Schist? I heard from Ms. Baracos. I heard from our earth science teacher that New York is filled of schist, a
Yeah,
rock.
go Saul, let's
Our
go.
bedrock
Giovanni.
is our main bedrock is schist.
Shit, yeah.
Schist with an ST at the
ST.
end. I think
Alright.
that's
You know,
what Raymond said.
yep.
Schist.
Anyway.
New York
Alright.
State
Giovanni,
Earth,
yeah, little go
Earth
Saul.
science reference right there. Jarvis,
Yeah.
what is that? It's a metamorphic rock? Sedimentary rock? Nah, it's not sedimentary. I think it's metamorphic.
You should take the mic from. You should take the mic, Jarvis.
But you know what? If you go to the other side of this hill and you look at that rock from it, you could see a whole bunch of the different rocks that
You can.
Yeah, so all the earth science teachers, make sure that one day when y'all talking about rock
Gotta get.
transformations, that unit in earth science, get back there, man.
Oh
Um,
man.
y'all could definitely probably pull off a lab back there,
All right.
especially weather's getting nice.
Uh, we about to get started. Oh wait, yeah, that's it. We're about to get started soon. So we're getting the pitcher warming up here.
We see John warming up on the bump.
We
And
got
for those of y'all who don't know the reference, the bump is the pitcher's mound. Warming up on the pitcher's mound.
I may. I'll be something on the mic. All right, all right. So should we do a little commercial break before we get started?
Uh, I think we're about to get. I think it's a little too late
Oh,
for a commercial
never
break.
mind. We're about to get started, ladies and
Umpire is
gentlemen.
wiping home plate. That's the sign
Let's go.
to play ball.
Play ball. This game starts at 4:37 p.m.
Official start time.
Let's go. He's from Law. All right, Saul's from Law. All right, let's see what he can do.
Number 16 at bat.
Get ready.
And game is called. First pitch. Exactly what we want to see to start off the game. Strike one.
Strike one, indeed.
It was a slow release. That pitch was on the dirt, but that looked like he swung, so that's strike two. That is strike two for the leadoff batter, number 16.
Apparently the scoreboard was right the first time around. It was already two strikes before I had to remove it.
John is way ahead in the count. Does not need to pitch a strike, and that will be out number one. From looks of things, this is a up and coming ball team. It's in the works.
It seemed like
Usually, the leadoff batter usually is filled with confidence, and he was really making bad choices with his pitch
I noticed
selection.
some of them had no uniforms on, huh?
This young man doesn't have his baseball pants on. He has Adidas on.
I guess that's a ball, right?
Ball was in the dirt, so most definitely a ball. Count is 1-0.
Ooh, swung up
Big
there.
swing, but a miss.
Hat.
Evening out the count, 1-1.
I got excited to hear Saul. Saul name on the night of you guys play. Yes, guys play. John Lugo is from Law. All right, you got a lot of Law fans up in here in the channel. Gage from Law. That's a
And
strike.
second strike. Pitch right on the knees for that batter. Catcher really gotta hold on to that ball because once you get to the higher levels, a lot of times if the ball comes in and out the glove and it's bordering the knees, the umpire won't give you that call. It's gonna go for the batter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's definitely something they're gonna work on. And strike three called. Arroz, habichuela y carne. And back to the bench he goes. Next batter with the shiny red helmet to match his red cleats. Number
Oh,
13.
I love that. I say number 13 definitely got some swag going on in that baseball game. That baseball game.
The gentleman who just went up to bat, I don't think he had a number. Pitch was inside, ball one.
Yeah, I don't think he has a number.
I guess that's another difference between JV and varsity. They have a lot more wiggle room.
True,
At the varsity level, you wouldn't even be allowed to be on the field or in the bench without a uniform.
That's a nice clean strike right there, right down the pipe.
Like if you look at the varsity boys, even the team manager has a uniform with a
Oh
number
yeah,
and everything.
and look at the coaches. You're right. Only the coach has it, but not the first. The coach and the first baseman right there don't have anything on. That's another
And
strike right
that's
there.
strike two. Excellent start for John Lugo. Has a strikeout, swinging, a strikeout looking, and right now he's at a 1-2 count. Pitch low, good
Blue
choice.
go.
But evens out the count. You wanted to see if the batter was going to offer there, but he didn't. When you're up in the count, you don't necessarily need to throw a strike, and you want to see if the batter gets desperate and swings at a ball. Next pitch was high. He fills up the count, 3-2.
Now things are
But
gonna be a little different
the,
now.
the number three batter,
13.
batter number 13, the third batter,
The
number 13,
third batter. There we go.
is actually showing pretty good discipline. And
And
he held off on another high pitch, so he earns himself a walk. First base runner of the game, number 13.
so
But with 2 outs, John is just focusing on getting this next guy.
and another guy with no jersey on. So how do we even write that down on a sheet?
Well, that's I'm gonna put him down as blue.
Alright, blue. He
Pitch on
takes
the
a
dirt,
ball. Yeah.
takes for ball one.
So it's just interesting to see how both teams, even the JV, George Washington, always looking ready to prepare to play, got their uniforms and ready and things going in.
And blue pops it up towards the first base side, but foul.
So strike call. So yeah, this is probably the
Joan Dilsa is playing first. Couldn't reach that ball on time. Count is now 1-1. Quick talk in the mouth. Oh, a black cat.
Black cat.
Black
Yo,
cat. Keep them away.
Black cat's on the field.
Heard they were bad luck.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
He's cute though.
He's cute. He's running. He's running down the track.
Is that
And the
the
ball.
oh, and fouled back towards the volleyball team.
You
Good
mean
thing they were.
softball girls.
I mean, yeah, softball team. Sorry, softball girls.
They
Good thing.
wasn't paying attention, man. That's crazy. They're almost there. But where's that cat at? Any news?
1-2 is the count. Blue is the cleanup batter. What's his team's name?
Man center.
Manhattan Center.
Ooh, foul off that pitch. Pitch, yeah.
Fouled off by Blue.
Fouled off by blue.
He's actually putting up a really good fight, fouling off a couple of strikes. Some of them were balls, but he's fouling them off. So he's on top of the ball. Uh, this is one of those players that you can actually not throw a strike to because oh, that was borderline. That was borderline. The umpire called it a ball. Uh, I think it could have gone either way. It looked like it was right. It looked like it was right on the letters.
Oh,
And the
no.
ball is hit toward left field, but
That
foul.
looked to be foul. The cameraman had to get off of that one really quickly.
Now this is a funky angle because sometimes those hits look like they're fair,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's not until I see that the left fielder just keeps on running and running that I notice that it's a foul ball. So if I get too excited, it's because of that. Count is 2-2 even.
pop up foul.
Pop foul another ball. This time towards the boys varsity team who's taking BP over there.
So seeing some of these kids growing up, playing JV, I know they got a big, feat to fill in when some of these seniors graduate and they start transitioning to the varsity side of things. Ooh.
Count is full. Pinch was low and in. So we got a 3-2 count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Top of the first.
I mean, if I was a runner, I would probably try to make it second
Well,
base.
on this pitch, on the release, the runner has to go.
Yeah.
It's automatic.
And
And the base off walk. I mean, walk off balls. You got runners on first and second, and what do we call that? Boleto gratis. Free ticket to first.
We take it first. Pass go collect 200.
There's still two bases away from collecting.
True, true, true. We collect
You
the
gotta
one.
you gotta pass home. Yeah, that's Monopoly you're thinking of.
Oh, of course, bro.
Now we got a lefty and well, I don't know the number either.
We could call him the lefty.
I'm gonna call him lefty.
And he takes a ball.
Lefty takes ball one.
So what do Saul need to do to get out of the jam? Not Saul, I'm sorry.
John.
John Lugo.
John just gotta establish his strike zone. He just has to work on one pitch, which is the fastball, and he has to pretty much ignore the batter and focus on his catcher. Right. Once he gets comfortable, he needs to just play catch.
Ooh, he swung on that one though, for sure.
Swung on that one. It looked like a watermelon for him.
Yo, Gabe, is this close enough for you, bro? You told me to get closer to the mic. I don't want to, have my mic pick up his feet too, so that's why I put my audio a little lower.
Ball gets past the catcher, and that will be the out. And the
Wow.
runners try to advance but get caught en route to end the inning. So that batter will come back to bat next inning.
So I could see the momentum with my hand center. So based on my, what I'm seeing right now in the top half of the first inning, they're not looking like they're not motivated to play this game for some reason. What do you think?
I don't want to call it not motivated because when
I
you
mean,
show up to a
okay,
to
I'm
a
gonna.
park and you got your equipment,
You're
you're
right. You're
definitely
right.
motivated.
You're right. You're right. You're right. My mistake. Let me rephrase that.
I will call it
Effort.
uh, I like calling it the growing pains,
Yeah.
right? You
Oh
could
yeah.
tell that they're a
Okay.
beginner team. A lot of them are new players, right? Or people who have played years ago, and this is the first time in years that they pick up a glove. And I could tell that just by the body language in the box. Slow swings, not being aggressive. The bat speed ain't there yet. Uh, but that's all characteristics of JV squads. And this is one team that you could tell just based off of not everybody having a uniform. It's a developing program, right?
Yeah,
And
for
there's
sure.
nothing wrong with a developing program. All programs start that way. And especially after COVID, a lot of schools lost players and need to
That's true.
rebuild.
That's
And
true.
this is only uh, the second complete year of full-time school. Last year was I believe was it last year? Or was it 2 years ago now?
I know 2 years ago, we started. It
20,
started things.
2020 was the pandemic.
2021,
21
we
we
didn't
were
play.
we were remote. 20, 21, 20
22, that's when we started coming
we
back.
came back 21,
But
22.
but there was like a lot of restriction. There was no fans supposed to be here. That way we started live streaming a lot more so that we could showcase that to the fans. We were still remote. We was like partially remote. There was still high COVID cases
So
here
yeah,
and
this
there.
the last school year was the first school year that was in quote unquote normal, right? Back in
Yeah.
the building. So yeah, it takes some time to rebuild programs.
Oh
So
yeah,
you can tell
definitely.
that this school probably is going through that process of rebuilding, and it's not like a school like George Washington that has a reputation of baseball that
Uh,
they didn't lose a beat. You
but
know
they drew players that wants to play. That's the thing with George Washington. And they
exactly.
also, they do players. Like some players already know that GW is one of the places you want to play baseball.
Absolutely.
Some kids come here, especially like I could tell you like from the heart, from what I know the best. Growing up in Grand Street campus, Grand Street campus was one of the top schools in baseball
And they still are.
back, and they still are in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg. That's where I went to high school. They one of the top They got a great football program. I don't know about now. Their handball team was solid. That school was pretty solid all around with every sports. Can't say about the baseball. I mean basketball. But my here you got Manhattan. You got one of the two best schools in the Heights here. LeBron is one. GW is the second one.
Inwood is a
Inwood is
solid batch.
there. Is definitely have a reputation as we getting ready to transition to the second,
Now
the bottom.
let me tell you about Inwood. Like I remember when Inwood was only a charter school team.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, yeah, recently there's a public school Inwood campus and then there's a charter school Inwood campus, right? Not campus, Inwood High School.
Hey, Gabe.
And recently, I want to say maybe 2018, the 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 programs merged and gave them more PSAL sports. And I'll tell you straight up that the varsity team that we used to face in the charter school league was a solid squad, and I'm almost positive that that's one of the teams that benefited from this merger because the charter school Inwood that we used to face had some really strong pitching, always had a good shortstop, and these are pretty much the teams that we're facing now. And called strike for Faniel Mercedes.
So, so the 19 batter is facing a 3-1 count. And now that you brought up the pitching from Inwood, like last year, ooh,
Big swing and a miss.
yeah. So
He swung at ball four there, by the way.
yeah,
You know.
I was way out.
So when you got 3-1, most of the time you got the green light if the ball is good. Uh, Being a younger player, you're more anxious to
He
swing,
struck out.
and he swings at the ball and holds off on the strike,
Yeah.
and he pays the price. So Daniel Mercedes has to sit back down. He has to take a rest until his next at bat. And
So
now up Noah Walker, our starting second baseman, number 6.
so yeah, coming back to the Inwood, like last year, there was this insane Inwood pitcher that was throwing 90s. Do you remember that game, Jarvis? Inwood. Yeah, there was a lot of scholars out here was actually watching him pitch and had the radar gun. I was like, what?
Big hack
Big hack.
by Noah, swing and a miss, a little
Well,
behind there, and, and I know what's happening with these guys. They're not facing such a hard thrower right now, so the speed is probably throwing them off. They're
true.
used to seeing faster pitching, so they have to learn to delay the swing. They got when they finish their stride, they're already swinging. They got to step down and hold back, and then release. They got to explode a millisecond later
For
to make
sure.
sure that they meet up at the same time as that ball.
Oh, that one now.
And the pitcher went bowling on that one. Count is even 2-2.
I think he was trying to. He was aiming for a strike there, but hey, it's one sport.
I am now down to one out of my two maltas. So again, if a bodega wants some free promotion here,
Yo,
send
Gabe.
us a malta,
Yo, Gabe.
three cold ones, three maltas for
Yeah,
for
I
the
was gonna say, yo, Gabe,
streaming
come.
team.
Yo, Gabe, go bring some matas for us, man. You still in the building?
And that
Whoa.
one was for the Empire State Building. No Walker earns a walk.
Well, talk about Uptown, man. So we have a one on first with one out for the number 13 hitter.
Joan Disla,
There
the
we go.
first baseman for the George Washington Trojans. And the runner goes, swing and a miss, but we have Noah Walker on second base.
So that's why that's what GW's been doing. They're taking a playbook out of the varsity team. You have the opportunity to still go for it. It's,
Absolutely. And let me tell you, anyone that gets on base is going to steal because of the velocity of this pitcher. The pitcher's not throwing hard, and occasionally he throws these wild pitches. So,
oh yeah.
uh, and he has a long release.
Is that another one?
Has a
Oh,
long release. Like, wow, pretty decent throw from the catcher. Not gonna lie.
yeah.
For a JV catcher, that was not
That
not a
was
bad throw.
that was definitely not a bad throw.
On his toes, he's heads up. He's paying attention to the game. So I like seeing that from young players.
Yeah, definitely.
But
That's what I say. Good effort.
look at the long stride that that pitcher has, and that
Ooh.
was the pitch to steal on.
And
As
he thought about it.
the pitcher hangs his leg up there for a while, and then his off-speed pitches are really slow.
Hmm.
I mean, on that release, you could probably been at home by now. And another pitch that misses. Count is
3 ball and 1 strike.
3-1. So what's happening here? You have Noah on second, and he's constantly
Oof.
threatening to steal, and that took away the concentration of the Manhattan center pitcher. So now he's no longer throwing strikes because he's distracted by the runner on second. Now with a runner on second and third, he's not as worried. He's just that's just part of the game, right? You're not as worried anymore because you have a force out at third, and he can even get a double play in this scenario. Uh, so he's not as worried about the runner on second now. He's probably gonna just be more focused on the catcher at this point and gonna go back to throwing strikes. Well, ideally that's what's gonna happen.
And let's see how that plays out here.
Let's see how it plays out. Now it's just he's catching. He's playing catch with him and the gentleman behind the plate. But up batting is Henry Cedeño, the right fielder, number 9. Runners are going to go. And there's a release of the ball.
Oh, and he's
And
going
that's
home.
exactly what happens. After the error is always the run. So we have a stolen base, a double steal.
A double steal.
But because of he missed the catch and bobbled the ball, Noah takes advantage and takes home.
And that was a strike or a ball? I believe that was a ball. I was focusing on the one.
He picks one on the dirt,
And here's another one.
and that's going to move the runner over.
So now we have another one on third. 90 feet away from home, as you say. Almost.
Just 90 feet from home.
Yes, sir.
Pitch is high.
That's ball 3.
Catcher's really working today. He's
Mm-hmm.
keeping an eye on these runners. He's working on throwing people out.
And the catcher got big shoes to fill, especially now that. Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's a ball where I would try to steal home on. Yeah, no, you don't want to throw that high and that slow, because that's literally the type of ball that people steal home on.
I mean, granted, the catcher's on his toes, though, so you never know.
Now with a runner on first and third, this is the guaranteed steal. Now, if the catcher falls for it and tries to throw the runner out on second, the runner on third is gonna score.
Oh, yeah. So you definitely got to be careful there. And that's another ball for the ladies and the men at home watching.
And my question is, why is the runner on first still on first? That's the automatic steal. You could walk over the second and they won't throw it down, or they shouldn't throw it down. And that ball is fouled back.
I need the women helmet, so that's that.
Batting number 33. Sorry, I didn't mention it sooner. Jared Aguasanta, Holy Water.
Holy water.
Aguasanta, the left fielder for the George Washington Trojans junior varsity baseball team. And the runner goes. Ball is on the dirt, but the catcher keeps it in front of him. And that's the guaranteed steal. So now we have runners on second and third with one out. Count is 2-1.
Make that 2-2.
Even that bad boy out. 2-2.
I wonder, the JV has mercy rules because looking at some of the scores, GW managed to get like more than 21s in one game.
Well, I don't know. Ball is on dirt. Count is full for Jared Aguasanta.
So while we, waiting on that, let me look at one of the games up here where GW managed to score 28 over 1 against Louis Brandeis. That last
And
game.
that is a big hit to center field, and it's going back over the center field,
Oh,
and that's going to bring everybody in comfortable.
there you go.
Jared is going to round these bases.
Wound them
He
up.
could pretty much walk at this point because the balls hasn't even gotten to the cutoff.
Oh, man.
And
There you go.
round the park he goes. Inside the park, home run for
Let's
Jared Aguabuena. So he gets 2 RBIs, 3 RBIs,
boom,
pardon me.
boom, and boom. Making that 4-0 to start the bottom of the first inning. You know,
And
definitely.
you was wondering how do we get to what?
Hmm?
How did we get to 20 something? Well,
So one of the games, like the last game they went against Louis Brandeis, they got like 28, 28 and 1.
and a big pop up into the infield. Let's see if the first baseman got it. He calls it off and gets it. So Starling Ureña popped out to the first baseman, F3 for the second out of the inning.
So yeah, like it's 18 to 4, 28 to 9, 28 to 1, 15 to 3. So that's quite the number that GW putting up in terms of runs.
Yeah, that's impressive there.
Let's see what the number 5 can do to bring it on.
We got Gallagher on the field.
He's coaching or he's umpiring? And that's funny.
Pitch is high for ball one.
Where's Gallagher at? Oh, here he is. He's the man with so many hats.
He's got a bat in his hand. I think he's he's trying to get on,
I don't think they want to protect
trying
all.
trying to take in that bat.
They probably need. I think Manhattan Center needs some help right now, though. I don't know. I don't know if we take another ball here.
Another ball on the dirt for ball two. Khan is 2-0 with 2 outs. Batting is the catcher, Friendly Valdera. Friendly Valdera, the catcher for the Trojans. Batting number 7.
More.
Ball gets past the catcher. Count is now 3-0. Early in the game, I wouldn't give kids the green light to swing on that yet. I'll have them work on discipline and choosing good pitch selection. So 3-0, don't need to be a hero. A hero is just a sandwich. That's what I say.
Oh yeah, and I enjoy that, especially with some bacon, egg, and cheese.
So Franley gets his free ticket to first, and that will put a runner on first with 2 outs for Saul Soriano, the third baseman, number 8, Saul Soriano.
The cat from High School of Law and Public Service.
No, Saul is from media.
Oh, is he? Oh. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he's from media. He's on the swimming team also, so a
Oh.
multi-sport athlete.
A multi-sport. There was another Saul for. How many Sauls do we have? I thought there was another one. Anyway.
Saul is also a swimmer.
Here's a
And the runner goes and is safe. But I'm gonna tell you what, he should have been sliding there. That catch, if if the shortstop would have grabbed it in the end, just threw his arm down, Franley would have been out.
And that's one ball.
So that's one little note that I'm sure
Oh, there's
coaches
another.
are
There's another
taking
steal.
down because that's something to work on. Just knowing the scenario, the ball was thrown to your right, and it's close enough to second base where
I was
the
actually.
shortstop could have grabbed it and just thrown it down, and it could have gotten Friendly maybe in the shoulder or something for the out. Definitely should be sliding.
Gotcha. Giovanni's watching him. Oh, Giovanni.
Ball and wow, the baseball gods are definitely in Friendly's favor today.
Oh
That
man.
ball got to third base half an hour ago, and Friendly would have been in no man's land. But the baseball gods said, Friendly, we're going to bless you. And the third baseman drops it. And Friendly's on third off of an error.
Ah man. And that's another
Now,
walk.
this is a walk for Saul, which brings runners at the corners with two outs.
4 straight pitches resulting in a walk. So I'm kind of curious, like how many walks did this pitcher?
Curious, I could tell you right now we got one, two, three, five walks
Couple of
in eight
strikeout.
batters with a strikeout and a pop out. One legitimate hit. And the ball gets and that will bring in a runner.
That will
That
bring.
should
I mean, that should have been home. Should have been home. That ball went out of play.
that ball went out of play, but I guess the JV rules are a little different than the varsity rules, and the runner on third stays at third. But Saul will advance from that. So Edwin De La Luna, the designated hitter for the Trojan, has two runners within scoring position.
I gotta say, Saul got a lot of fangirls on his squad right there.
Ay, 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 ay.
You see them
Ay,
all
Saúl,
watching.
enfócate en pelota, Saúl.
Yeah. You can look at the comments there.
Another
Another
high pitch.
up the daisy.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm the number 9 hitter and I'm the DH and I got no strikes on me,
Swing.
I'm gonna swing at anything that's nearby with runners in scoring positions.
Well, apparently, got the base loaded.
And now that is the third consecutive walk.
Every day agree with me. Look at the comments on YouTube. One of them clapped, the other one laughed. I love YouTube.
And we're back at the top of the lineup. Everyone from the Trojan has come up to bat, and
We
the
miss.
inning is not over. So we have the number 1 batter who's the only strikeout so far. He's trying to redeem himself at this at bat. Now, wouldn't it feel nice to bring all 3 of these guys home after striking out?
I mean, that's a redemption right there.
I mean, if I'm Faniel,
You never know. We may see
that's,
Saul back up on this inning too. Ooh,
don't tease the girls, Raymond.
Hey man, it's big enough viewers. I'm not gonna lie. It helps out. It helps us out in the
Count
process.
is 2-0. Bases are loaded with 2 outs for number 19, Mercedes, the shortstop for the Trojans.
Hey,
Ball is picked on the dirt.
so as a coach, what would you do here at this instant to try to,
Coach for which team?
Manhattan Center? Uh,
Manhattan Center.
put,
I would meet up with the pitcher and tell him ignore the batter and play catch.
mm,
Right? Let the guys behind you do their jobs. Trust the rest of your team. They're completely capable to make the plays. Put the ball in the zone so that the rest of your team can do some work.
so dale,
That's
Saul, dale. What else?
so that is an RBI, believe it or not. RBI walk for Faniel Mercedes. Now Noah Walker's back up, who walked last inning, got 2 stolen bases and scored a run.
Hmm.
2 outs, bases are still loaded, and ball is outside. Noah holds off on that pitch.
Let's get it on.
Pitch is high.
I think that's 3 balls, no strike.
not gonna lie. I like their catcher.
The catcher's actually pretty good.
He's he has a decent arm. Accuracy isn't 100% there, but his
Oh, that's
he got
actually
this he
great.
got the strength.
Yeah.
I've seen him do a little bit of framing there. It's been a little difficult for him because his pitcher isn't really necessarily throwing in the zone.
Hmm.
Uh, but the
Nice
moments
bat to the
where he
side.
can shine, he has been shining. He's been heads up, paying attention to what's happening. Every time anybody takes a big lead, he pops up and at least offers to throw down. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes his teammates aren't ready for his throwdown. But he's doing a pretty good job back there behind the plate. I saw him block a ball once. He's very active. I like seeing that.
As the number six pitcher is, the number six hitter is actually fighting a pitcher, fighting the pitch count.
Yeah, count is even. Oh, count is full.
Count is full. I haven't seen a strike for a minute there though,
No,
and that's
Noah
another
is
walk.
fighting it off, and we'll take that for ball four. So
Six
an
one.
RBI walk, and that will push Saul Soriano in, Edwin De La Luna to third, Daniel Mercedes to second, and Noah Walker to first. Setting up Noah Disla, the first baseman, for bases loaded with two outs. Number 13, sharing the number of Alex Rodriguez.
That's we have. Oh, here's the
And you
throw.
see what I mean? You see what I mean? That catcher is
Ah,
paying attention. Anybody takes too big of a lead. Ah, ah. Hidden ball trick.
not bad, not bad. The catcher is looking mighty fine out there.
Catcher is paying attention to what's happening.
He ain't sleeping. Oh, that went behind the batter. Oh,
I guess I'm going to finish the second half of my sandwich because,
it's been a while. We may
yeah.
be eating our sandwiches, but our sandwiches may be cold. And here's a ever. Another one will score? No.
No,
I got JV Wolves.
with this big of a lead, it's taking home on a pass ball isn't really. It's one of those unwritten rules where you don't really want to do that. It's unsportsmanlike. So
Gotcha. It's understandable.
I don't see coach sending over the run on third on a pass ball right now.
But I went straight upstairs to heavens. As another one come in, and now we are 7-0.
He was wondering how did we get such high scores in these games.
I that's probably that could definitely answer my question. Yeah, we got good
Remember,
batters.
JV is to develop players. This isn't necessarily to win everything. It's to get players the reps that they need to improve, so then
They
they
won,
can make it to varsity.
and that's
And
explained.
and, and that would explain the high runs in these games. You know, a lot of teams are just developing their players so that when they make it to varsity, they're ready to play varsity.
You guys are holding it down on the chat. I love it. Let's keep it coming. As we are in a 2-0 treat. Oh, I'm still on camera number one. Okay, no, I just want to double check on that.
Ball is up and in. Pushes Henry Cedeno off the plate. He looks down at coach and to see if he has a green light to swing on a 3-0 pitch.
As he should. And
And with that pitch, he will take his free ride to first.
talk about the dominance when it comes to collecting 200. Connecting a one and go. One home. Now we are up 8-0. Still on the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs.
I remember I was in a softball team once. We always would get the first two outs real quick. And then that third out used to always cost us a bunch of runs.
I don't know about the second out. Took a while too.
It's we used to call it the curse of the twos.
Ah, the curse of the tools.
Another ball.
Batting practice.
So Jared Aguasanta hit a home run in his last at bat, and he it looks like he's trying to do another one right now.
He's the one that's actually swinging. So I know I won't be surprised if he actually, aiming to, go that route again. Ooh,
Pitch is outside.
that looked to be a strike a little bit, but Lopez got more experience with that. I should bring my son here so he could coach him too.
I'm not a coach. I'm just a commentator.
You did play baseball.
Ball gets past the third baseman. He's gonna save that ball right at the track.
That's two outs. I mean, two strikes. Three and one.
Count is 3 and 1 for Jared Aguasanta. Runners on all the bases with 2 outs. 3-1. Let's see if Jared will swing. And ball is low for another walk.
We remain see Saul up here at the wall.
Now back up, Starling Ureña, number 4, the center fielder for the Trojans.
Close. That catcher's doing some plays. He definitely gonna make it to the big boy league.
But the catcher's trying to get an out in any way possible. Somebody takes too big of a lead, he's gonna try to throw it down because right now he wants to get out of this inning and calm down his pitcher. See, he tried framing that one, but it was a little bit too inside. We got Michael Pena here in the stands. Michael lights out Pena, relief pitcher from the George Washington Trojan varsity team, who had to finish off the game on Monday. Tough loss for the Trojans. But Michael, no matter the situation, goes up on the mound and gets his 3 outs.
Yeah, while he's here, we could let him get some little injuries going in here.
Yeah. Michael's always talking about baseball. And another walk
How many walks in a row is that?
in a row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 walks in a row. Setting up friendly Valdera. Same situation, guys. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Trojans are now up 10-0.
We're running out of things to talk about.
And he's presenting butt. That's that's gutsy. And did he call it? Did he call it? Did he call it a strike? Did he call that a strike?
No, I don't think so.
I kind of saw like his hand up and he froze, and I don't know if I haven't seen him call a strike in so long. I don't know if that's a strike.
It's been a while.
I'm gonna call that a mystery pitch. I don't know if
The
he
score,
presented bunt, didn't move his bat out the way on the pitch. That should have been a strike, but no, two balls. It wasn't called the strike.
Now we got the girls here too. So for the softball game, just hanging out in the stands watching the JV.
Yeah. Okay, you want to say anything? You good?
There's a base hit.
And that will be pulled down the third base line. That'll bring in a couple of runs. 2 RBIs. RBI double. That brings in Henry Cedeño and Jared Aguasanta.
Made that 12-0.
Oh, wait, that wasn't a double. That was a single.
Oh, that was a single.
Should have been a double, but the runner held up on second.
Uh-huh. We got 12. It's 12-0 now.
Score is 12 donuts.
12 donuts. I don't
Not
think
yet.
so. Not yet.
First inning. It's hard to pull off a mercy in the first inning because then uh, there's no mercy for JV.
Yeah, no mercy from JV, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
What's
mean,
the mercy?
I think they got to complete 4 innings.
Ah, man, we're gonna be here for a minute. That overtime money's coming in.
The
It's
first
still bottom of the first. Yep.
pitches in the dirt for the fan favorite Saul.
Saul, the girl's favorite, according to YouTube. We told him.
Down to my last Malta.
We're gonna
Offers,
need somebody to take a
offers still
one to the
stands.
store.
Saul presents bunts. The runners go. And
Yell back.
double steal. So now you're seeing coach telling the boys to work on his calls. So Saul presented bunt, which meant that the other two runners had to go on that. And because the pitcher has such a slow release and his velocity is fairly low, these runners were 2/3 of the way before he even released that ball.
Yeah, still not a problem.
Before he even got to the catcher, they were practically at the next base.
You wanna commentate? He's like, no.
Now the ball for Saul.
How many balls is that? Because I actually haven't kept count, to be honest with you. How much is this
I,
game?
I mean, this. I don't know how many balls. All of them are balls. And that should be called a strike.
There we go.
Wow.
One the first strike for a minute. It's been a while.
Look, the runner on third is halfway between home and first, and I'm gonna be completely honest. That's our coach trying to get an out, and it doesn't doesn't work.
Wow.
And it doesn't work.
Ching, another one score.
So again, after the error, always comes the run, and that's what happened there.
We can see. Sorry
That's
about
a-
that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But Saul's still in bat, so you guys can still see him.
I'm telling you that he's trying to do Manhattan Center a favor, trying to be a good sportsman, telling them to take a big lead to get called out, to get out, thrown out in a rundown, and man, they Manhattan Center literally and figuratively dropped the ball.
Wow, there
Sal
we go.
takes a big hack. He has no mercy for the Manhattan Center. He's trying to get RBIs.
He doing it for the ladies.
No, he's doing it for his average. That's what he's doing. He's trying to make varsity next year.
And that's another one score.
And the run scores on that pass ball. So, hot off the press, we just heard that the varsity team got two new players that got brought up from JV, and that's caused from the ineligibility of some of the older players. Unfortunately, situations that are out of our control
And
happen,
he
and
struck
some of the
out.
players were no longer eligible to play in varsity. So, two young men from JV earned their spot in varsity for the remaining of the season. So, congratulations to those young men. And these young guys are also looking to do the same thing, hopefully making varsity next year. Well, it is the end of a very long inning.
I say that inning took about almost an hour.
An hour will be generous.
Well,
We'll
for
see you guys
about
after
20.
this this break.
We need it for sure.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.idetbeat.com.
Got a hit by pitch, but still in the box.
Still ball?
I guess so. This young man doesn't have a doesn't have a number.
Can you bring one? I broke it already.
This is the number 6 batter for Manhattan Center. No, I take it back. Remember, we had number 13 got caught stealing, so this is the lefty from last inning. It felt like so long ago. I forgot. But yeah, last inning. Can't believe I'm saying that finally. Last inning, the runner tried stealing third and got caught. So the last batter, lefty, I called him lefty on the book, returns to the batter's box this inning. That at bat did not count for him, so he gets a second round.
Gabriel said 50 million, 50 mil, 50 miles. Oh, yeah, I got it. 50 miles, you mean, right? I think I'm not even keeping scorecard anymore. This is gonna be
Pass ball for lefty.
how many balls is that? Oh, 3-2, full count.
Full count for the lefty batter.
Oh, my bad. It's all about JV experience. That is a strike right there by.
And that was a strike in every ballpark.
It's been a while since I did this. Why not?
I'm gonna call sleepy. That's what I am. I'm sleepy. With that long first inning, next JV game, I'm bringing a pillow.
No, we need the sleepy mattress here.
Number 5 batter. He just keeps creeping up closer and closer to the pitcher.
Now I got 2 balls, no strike. Who could do a store one? We need somebody to do a store one. Ooh.
Moving out the way there. Count is 3-0.
That's
So
true.
you can you can guess that this young man is not going to swing with a 3-0 pitch.
I don't think he
He'll
would.
take this one for a strike,
Oh,
but
right.
got the green light to take a hack and pay the price. Now with a 3-1 count, you got the green light to take a swing, but it has to be a watermelon. It has to be your pitch. It could be a strike and not be your strike, and he should hold off. Ball is on the dirt, and that will earn him his free ticket down to first. So now Manhattan Center has one out with a run on first. And mystery batter number 4 now, because we don't have a number. Put him down as a question mark. I'll put him down as double question mark because I already have a question mark for the number 2 batter.
Question mark number 2. It'd be nice that the coach could give us some kind of like a night up for them for their team too. But because we already had set up and they came in late, we was not able to obtain a night up for the Manhattan Center. And here
Oh,
go.
and a funky hit by the batter. But
Why did he
played
not run
beautifully.
so fast though?
Fielded by the first baseman, tossed over to the pitcher for a 3-1.
As that goes by, let's go to fielder's choice.
So Manhattan Center is down to 2 outs with a runner in scoring position. Runner on second. And
Oops, I forgot to clear that.
holds off on that pitch.
So we could call this one lefty number 2.
Lefty 2. Up at left 2. Pitch is
That
high.
was close. I think the umpire told him.
That looked like a ball to me.
No, it is a strike. I mean, it is a ball. I'm sorry. But what's up with the umpire giving the other guy the baseball bat? Oh,
It's 1-0. I'll back roll it.
the bat belongs to Manhattan Center.
Aye.
Oh,
And
Oh, here we
second
go.
time.
got.
Second time that a Manhattan Center runner gets caught stealing. That will be the 3rd out.
Chase him down.
Got caught in a rundown and paid the price.
Pay the piper.
Excellent job by the Trojan catcher, Franly Valdera, who has caught 2 runners trying to steal third base in 2 innings.
We will take a quick break. We will be coming right back on the bottom of the 2nd inning. Let's see what George W can bring. Pretty much more heat.
Oh, thank God they switched the pitcher.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iDeadBeat.com.
We are back. For those of us just joining, we had a very, 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 very long first inning where the George Washington Trojan JV baseball team scored 14.
And no, we're not making errors. It's actually legit 14 runs in the bottom of the first inning.
14.
That was another ball? I'm not too sure. Swing and a
So
miss.
Edwin de la Luna is the DH, batting now for the Trojans. Count is 2-1. Make that 3-1. Manhattan Center had a call to the bullpen. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Just kidding. But they switched their pitcher. Their pitcher went down to center field. Their shortstop went over to the bump.
That's out.
And good play by the first baseman for the first out of the inning. He ran that ball down in foul territory and made the catch.
I know
So
play, but
Edwin
hey.
de la Luna will be the first out of the inning, which will bring up number 19, the leadoff batter, Faniel Mercedes, the shortstop for the Trojans. Seems like a good switch for Manhattan Center. And Mercedes fouls that one back. Excellent switch for Manhattan Center. This young man is throwing strikes.
I agree on that one. Now we're
And
seeing some
this should speed up the game. No more hour-long innings.
action.
Pop up
Pop up.
and back to the first baseman. So new pitcher, more action. Two batters in a row popping up to the first baseman. So F3 followed by F3 and a very economical first two batters for the new pitcher. Noah Walker is up to bat. Pulled one straight to the shortstop. Should be a routine, but dropped. Ball made it on time. First baseman stretched, but couldn't hold on to the ball. So that is actually E3. So that will not count as a hit. It is considered an error. And what happened there was that the first baseman, when he reached, he threw his arm out and slapped the ball. And Noah tries to steal and gets tagged.
Oh, he got out. I didn't see what happened there, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I saw what happened. The
I didn't
pitcher
see
wasn't paying much mind. Wasn't paying much mind to the run. It didn't check on him or anything. Noah paid attention to that and said, "I'm going to go," but the pitcher had not lifted up his leg. Yeah, he hadn't made a motion towards home. So his teammates let him know the runner's going. So it was easy to step off and make the throw down to second base, and that was a sitting duck
Yeah,
for an out. Noah made a bad choice to run. But that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Manhattan Center, and that's something that they needed badly.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
it is their turn to bat, and they have to make up for 14 runs if they're planning to win this game right now.
Oh yeah. They have a very difficult task, but hey, nothing is possible. Nothing is impossible,
Nothing is impossible.
That's what I meant to say. Anyway, we'll be right back after this short messages. Short messages. Short to slideshows.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
back. First pitch called strike for the mystery batter.
That's the
Another lefty.
lefty
I'm gonna
number
put
three.
lefty 3, L3.
He's showing bunt, but took a ball.
Presented bunt and count is even 1-1.
Interesting for him to try to show a bunt when there's nobody on one.
Uh, means that he is very confident with his speed. That's what that means. Very confident with his speed, and he'll probably try to bunt it towards the first base side. Pull him off the bag. Low and away.
Three and
Ball
one.
3-1.
3-1.
And that was an aggressive toss. Toss of the bat.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay. But nevertheless, he earned himself a walk.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was lefty number 2 because remember
Oh yeah,
the
that's
guy who
right.
got caught stealing. So this was his second time batting, but it counts as the first. And now we got mystery batter again. Righty,
Crashed up on number three,
Happy
but
righty. Takes an aggressive lead. Lefty number 2 took that really aggressive lead. I would have gone. With a lead that big, I would have been running.
yeah.
I think this is the catcher of the team. But look at his stance.
Oh,
You could tell that he's
oh
the
no.
more experienced player just by the way that he's in the box. He's taking his load, right? He's loading up uh, for the release.
That wild pitch.
And
But he
he's
didn't go
anything
for it.
that's not a strike, he's not swinging at. So definitely this young man is the most experienced person here. That is definitely the catcher of the team.
So we call him catcher.
I'm gonna call him catcher. Yeah,
There you go. You just,
I'll put catcher here. And the runner goes. The throw is not thrown. So easy steal for lefty number 2.
but now the count is what 3-0 now. So the catcher's in the verge of definitely the most experienced player so far. I agree there. Maybe you get the first hit. Oh,
Big swing but miss
oh, so
for the Manhattan center catcher.
14-0, my friend. And no, the scorecard ain't lying this time around. We ain't got no technical issue. Knock on table, but you know. So according to the Empire, it's a 2-2 count.
Oh, umpire says 2-2. All right.
We have one
Just
corner.
a friendly reminder again. Tomorrow at the United Palace, a musical about musical. If you haven't gotten your tickets in the next commercial break, scan the QR code and reserve your spot. It's a night to be remembered. Oh,
Ooh.
big swing. Gets off balance and it is an out. That's right. The mattress professionals. So that is one out for John Lugo.
At the number 16 hitter. Well, I haven't even got a
Number
number.
16, which is the leadoff batter,
Sweet 16.
struck out last time up. Has a runner on second, one out.
His stance is a little bit of interesting.
And first pitch strike. Count is 0-1.
So, besides the the physical production, We do before that. We do had the girl varsity softball team playing tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And I gotta tell you guys, it is going to be a more exciting game, to be honest with you, compared to what we see today so far. So stay tuned for that. Support the girls.
If you find this exciting, ha, you got something in store tomorrow.
Oh, well, the cameraman fell asleep on that one, but somebody managed to steal third.
Somebody definitely stole third and overslid the base. The young man was holding on to that base for his dear life and called time. The throw from the catcher was on time, but high. Saul had to make a leaping catch and attempt to apply that tag, but just a little late.
Well,
Uh,
see, Manhattan Center is about to turn up right now with a aggressive swing right there.
Aggressive swing for the second strike.
90 feet away from home to put one on the board.
This young team right now do not want to end this game scoreless.
Oh, hit him in the helmet.
And that was off the helmet.
Wow.
Umpire says dead ball. You cannot steal off of a hit by pitch. This is
Look, get your.
100% true.
You can't.
Ball is out of play there. But let me tell you, that's how you keep your head in the game.
Man, after that hit, yeah. This is why
I
we wear helmets in baseball.
should I'm shocked Blue didn't take a couple of seconds to talk to that young man because even though the pitch wasn't of high velocity, you should always check,
You should always
make
check,
sure
yes.
that the player's all right, and just basic concussion protocols. Ask him his name, the date, where is he.
Who he's playing with, who his girlfriend, all the questions that he knows.
All the important stuff.
All the fun stuff.
You can't ask me the date because I'll be forgetting that all the time. People would think
Yeah.
I'm concussed all week.
When I was playing football and one, oh, there's a strike. When I was playing football and I had an injury that led to a concussion. First thing I found out, they asked me who's my girl, and I'm like May, and they was like, if you're not talking about the month, you definitely have a concussion. No, that's her name. And that is a strike.
Called strike.
Wow.
Inside pitch called strike.
Bueno. Quite inside for sure.
Still only a one out. Runners now in scoring position, second and third base.
Ooh,
And
way.
strike three called. He didn't agree with that one, but it's not your call. Backwards K for John Lugo.
I should do some animation on this computer. K.
Up
But no,
to
that might be too corny.
up to bat number 13. Walked last time. This is the young man that got
Ooh.
caught stealing, and he ducks away from the ball. Ball one. You gotta make sure that when you duck, you also bring down the bat because a lot of times people duck and they leave the bat up, and if the ball hits the bat,
Mm-hmm.
it's considered a hit.
No.
Ball is on the floor. Ball two.
Oops.
And
Nice
strike
strike.
called. Good pitch down the middle.
Somebody's having a block party somewhere down the street. You can hear the music coming through. I don't know. You guys can hear it, but we can hear it. Ooh,
Swinging
a
way
lot of-
early, nowhere near.
And that is a.
Nowhere near. And number 13. That's what I thought. Why is he running down to first?
What are you wanting down the first?
He only had one out on him. One strike on him. I'm sorry. The count was 2-1.
It was 2-1.
He probably thought it was 1-2 because with two strikes, if the third strike is dropped,
Yeah.
then you can, if the first base is unoccupied, then you can attempt to go to first. Uh, but he had his numbers confused. It wasn't 1-2. It was 2-1. So now the count is even 2-2. And
Nah.
that is now you should run. Now you can run. But
Hey, he's out.
uh, so
Wow.
I had it backwards. That's gonna count as as a backwards K.
And here's Gabriel right here. Yo. Point to Gabriel real quick. Yeah,
Pointing
point to Gabriel right here.
pointing at his phone.
There we go. He's like, hey, Gabe, what's up? Welcome to the live.
Gallagher's on the screen. I think the first hit for. Let me just double check. I don't want to talk too early. And the runner goes. Swing and it's considered a strike three, so that is an out. Now Henry Cedeno is up to bat, presenting bunt, and bunt's foul. So this is bunting practice at this point. Coach is telling everybody work on your bunts. With a 17-0 lead, you might as well work on a specific skill at this point. So 2 outs, runners on the corner. The Trojan batters are presenting bunt. Which really means we're not trying to make any more runs. Game is 1 inning away from being over. So the Trojans are presenting bunt at every pitch. Basic skills that they're going to need when they're in varsity. And that's going to be out number 3 of the inning. So runner stranded, no one scores. Score remains 17-0 in favor of the Trojans.
We'll be right back. There we go. The last 3 outs for this guy.
Which one is it? Number 1, number 2, number 3?
I stopped doing the book. So I have no clue which lefty this is, which mystery batter this is. At a certain point when 17-0 and then everyone's bunting, you stop doing the book. I know it's still 17-0. I see the catcher is coming up to bat soon, so this is probably lefty number 2. I'm working backwards. I'm using context clues here. That's how they taught me in elementary school. Use context clues. So this is probably lefty number 2.
Probability of the numbers.
What's happening is, presenting bunt. Look, someone's salty. Swing and a miss for lefty number 2. Yeah, he presented bunt because that's all the Trojans were doing. That's a little bit of salt. That's all right. If you don't got high blood pressure, you can handle the sodium. Count is even 1-1. So Trojans just need to make these 3 outs, and then the mercy rule is applied. So if Manhattan Center wants to stay alive, they gotta score at least 4.
Maybe 7.
1-2. Fouled the ball back.
We got free music coming out of somebody's car.
Yeah, I parked down there. I'll find out who it is.
Make sure your stuff is still there and not hijacked.
If I got cinder blocked wheels, I'll let you know.
You'll be texting the group. Yeah, dude. My car's don't got no wheels.
You know, be like, "Hey, guys, I need more procession. No more Popeyes for a bit." Count 2-2.
Love that chicken Popeyes.
Ball gets past the catcher, full count, 3-2.
Really loud, huh?
Serious
And it's in
business.
the back.
That's from 12.
Look,
That's
the
from
music.
1200. Probably got 412s in the back seat. Two in the trunk, two in the back seat.
How the heck can you miss that shit so loud, bro?
500 watts.
And big flip for that walk.
How can a car handle 500 watts, though?
That's more than 500.
Yeah,
Way
way
more.
more
That's
than 500.
probably at least 12 or 1500. 1500.
How?
15 or 2000. So notice.
Now the righty catcher is up to bat. No outs, runner on first. Ball gets past the catcher, but the runner holds. And a hit over third baseman in front of the left fielder. That will push the runner over to second. Manhattan Center now has runners on first and second with no outs. Bringing in the top of the lineup, number 16, who has struck out and hit by a pitch last inning. This is the one who got hit in the head. And is walking right back up to the plate like if nothing ever happened. C. Reich called. The runner on first is trying to Force a throw by the catcher. The Trojan catcher knows with a 17-0 lead, there is no need to throw anything down. We just need 3 outs. Catchers are playing catch. Oh, giving him the cha-cha. Giving him the cha-cha.
Get him, get him, get him.
¡Ay! Merengue ripiado. Hey, 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 hey. Whoever's back there down the hill is having a party. ¿Qué clase de perreo? ¡Eh, eh, eh! Mm, mm.
That's the catcher, eh?
That's the catcher, yeah.
Yeah, he's so high.
For somebody who's always in a squat position, he ain't sore.
Full count.
Full count. There's this
The music is louder.
music got louder.
Make some noise, make some noise.
Latinos, dame una bulla. Con la mano arriba.
Yeah, you ain't catching that.
Vámonos para la fila. Y, 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 y. I don't know. I don't know if they can hear the music in YouTube, but
Come on, come on, come on. Do it again.
ah, 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 ah. Oh, uno de estos. And that is a walk.
I did a bachata down to MC. I got bases loaded with no out.
Bases loaded, no outs, and
Something wrong with the pitcher. Complaining about
Manhattan Center is trying to stay alive. Said something about the ball.
he was complaining about his arm.
Was that about the arm?
Yeah.
Big hack and swing. I don't think it was about the arm. I'll tell you that much. Nothing wrong. Look with that. Look at. Nothing look wrong with that arm in that pitch. That was a strike. Any ground ball, at this point you'll settle. You'll settle for the double play. You'll let that runner on third score, and try to get 2 outs.
Wow. Yep.
With a 17 only, you're gonna try to get 2 instead of preventing them from scoring. That's a meaningless run. You're trying to get 2 outs, try to end the game sooner. So they, although they got third base in. They got third base in. So I guess the play is try to get the runner on third, get the force at home. I wouldn't do that. I would set up for the double play.
Pero tira primera, coño.
Some hesitation there. If he didn't, the catcher wouldn't have hesitated. The runner that took the lead off of first would have been gunned down.
Yeah, I think he kind of hold. He
Y se lo cantan. Strike. Strike for the mystery batter. I have him down as question mark number 1. Not my fault. They don't got uniforms. They don't got numbers or anything.
Another walk? No.
No, no, not yet.
Say.
Nah, yeah, he just threw that back.
Can you replay that? I missed it.
You missed it. Gotta let me go to YouTube right here. Like 20-second delay, but hey.
I'll watch it on him
I'll let you know.
again.
2 minutes and 23. I mean, 2 hours and 23 minutes.
And high pitch will give Mr. Mystery a walk and an RBI for the first run.
Complaining about his arm, see?
Shoulder.
Yeah, his shoulder.
Time is called and meeting on the mound. Trojan pitcher keeps pointing at his throwing arm. Coach is coming out, trying to figure out what's happening, checking up on his pitcher to see if he's okay. Trying to grip it like this, like a two-seam. Splitter. Let's see, what is that? What's he? I saw him. I saw a two-seam grip and a splitter grip.
Yeah. I gave you a move, huh?
Gotta go right there. He's just observing.
I think you're falling asleep right there.
It's almost nap time. It looked like he's losing balance.
Going reverse now. Uh-oh. They're changing the pitcher.
And call to the bullpen.
Sponsored by T-Mobile, who is providing today's internet connection. So, during the middle of the stream, you gotta have to complain to T-Mobile. They kind of crapped out during the middle of the game. But that's our today's sponsor.
I think he's gonna warm up now, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna warm up. I think it's time for commercial break.
Here we go.
I think it's time for commercial break. He's gonna get a couple of warm-up pitches.
You already know for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.iditbeat.com.
said hold it, but
Then the base was loaded.
bases were loaded. I saw the umpire raise his left hand,
Right into the
but I guess at least the runner advances. Strike. Runner is now on second and third, and he's presenting bunt. And struck out on the bunt. Yet you do not bunt with 2 strikes. Because if you miss the bunt, it's considered a strikeout. So out number 1, runners on second and third.
One more, one more. Hey, hey. One more.
Any bets? Any bets? Any bets?
The can didn't make it. And a big hit to center field. Diving and misses. That will bring in 2 runners. RBI double. That will be at least a double. And that will be a triple. Coach is telling him to hold off. Now he's sending him. Release to home. Ball hits him in the back, and that's an inside the park home run. Wow. You know what that means? Mercy rule is not applied, and the game will continue. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a dramatic non-ending. Oh, man. What a dramatic
Turn on the lights, please.
non-ending for this game. But that is an RBI. That is more possession for us.
That's 15, isn't it?
huh? No, 17.
Now, lefty number 1.
It's different for JV.
No, yeah, different for JV, I think. Isn't it? Lopez?
They gotta go by 10 or 15.
For JV is 15, for Varsity is 10, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pass ball. So scores. Score is now 17 to 5, which means the mercy rule will not be in effect.
Well, there we go. That answers the question.
Good job to the Manhattan Center.
That's a strikeout for
Not
everybody.
only staying alive, but ensuring that the mercy rule is not in effect.
They might get 3 on them.
More
They
time.
might get 3 runs. In that bottom.
In that bottom, yeah.
Bottom of the 5th. They might
But wait, there's more. There's only 1 out this inning, so there's still a possibility of more runs for Manhattan Center.
They got a little bit too comfortable there.
Another swing and a miss for lefty number 1.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Vea que ahora mismo.
What do you want to do, camera or commentate?
I don't know, whatever you want.
Eee.
¿Qué tú quieres hacer? ¿Va a hablar?
We're gonna do camera.
Don't let them commentate.
Nah. I actually unplugged all the mics.
He's one of mine. So he can listen.
Camera, commentate.
3 balls, 2 strike.
Full count, 3-2.
You can do it in Spanish.
Maybe a play or 2. Maybe he can just do a play or 2. Can he do a play? Like 1 play? 1 or 2 plays? 1 play.
Solo habla duro nada más.
Excite.
Vamos a comentar. ¿Con quién estoy ahí ahora mismo? Con Roland. ¿Y qué tú piensas de este juegazo del JV?
No, está ganando Washington, eso es bueno. Eso es lo bueno eso.
Por lo mínimo que están ganando.
Eso tiene que ser.
Pero Manhattan Center acaban de anotar 5 y ya el efecto de Mercy ya no aplica.
Donde la defensa de ellos está muy baja.
Bueno, el último bateo que hizo un home run era un
Sí,
buen bateo.
fue un buen bateo, sí.
Esto
Muy
fue
buen
línea por
contacto
el
con
centro.
John.
Ahora, si este juego hubiese empezado con el segundo pitcher, hubiese sido diferente.
Exactamente.
El juego hubiese sido más un juego de quizás 5 carreras.
Más decisivo.
Más decisivo.
Metieron algunos pitchers que son buenos.
No tienen experiencia,
No.
mejor decir.
La Washington tiene un poco pitcher.
Bueno, este es el tercer pitcher de George Washington.
¿En qué inning?
Estamos entrando a la quinta.
Muy bien entrar, muy bien entrar eso.
Y se quedó dormido el corredor en primera.
Muy bueno. Se viró muy bien.
Ya está.
Eso es malo dormirse. En los juegos, eso es malo. Tienes que descansar antes de venir a jugar. O beber un poco de café.
Ahí,
¿Se puede promoción aquí?
Había bajón de azúcar en primera, eso era. Un bajón de azúcar.
No, ese bajón no. Esta falta de Vive 100, tienes que traerle uno a Santo Domingo. Mira, no. El queche está como defendiendo mucho.
El catcher de nosotros está cansado, ya lleva ¿cuántas horas ahí en Yangotao?
El primer inning duró como 50 minutos.
El primer, sí, de los palos.
Ya llevamos 2 horas y media y no se acabó este juego. Y se la
Se
canta.
la lleva para su casa.
Tercer out de la entrada y ahora George Washington tienen que anotar mínimo. ¿Cuánto estamos? 3 carreras para que la regla del Mercy. Oh, no. Se acabó. I think the time limit. I think there's a time limit at some point too. I think the 2.5 hours of playing is more than enough, and I agree. Muy buen juego para los Trojans, el JV team, el equipo Junior Varsity.
Good game. Enfoca, oye.
Yo, keep one, keep number one high.
What about this one?
And final score is
You want to use
17-5 in favor of George Washington.
I'm gonna start breaking down everything, really.
George Washington scored 14 in the first inning, and Manhattan Center just couldn't catch up. But you see them celebrating to the side because this is a good learning experience for a team that's just starting to grow. So round of applause for Manhattan Center, and round of applause for our Junior Varsity Trojan boys baseball team.
They're gonna stay live for a little while, right? You're gonna close out.
What are we doing?
You guys want to close out? Yeah.
What's
Going on tomorrow?
So again, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, the Lady Trojans will be taking the field, defending home against who?
Against health professionals.
Against Health and Professions. And then right after the ladies softball games, down at the United Palace, we have a musical about musicals by the students of Media and Communication High School. And then on Friday is the big one. On Friday, the boys varsity team, the second place team in AAA Northwest, will be facing the first place team, Luperon High School, here at the George Washington campus. So if you have a chance, come pass by, support in person. We want this place to be rocking. Traigan la guira, la tambora, because we want to make noise.
You guys heard the cell phone signal. Well, the hotspot, because you have a lot of heads.
You know
Better
what?
experience in the night.
If you can't make it, make sure that you connect. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us on social media, and be prepared for a week filled with Trojan sports. And it's gonna be a good one. Definitely Friday, and then Monday is against Luperón again. So this is for bragging rights within Washington Heights, and I think the guys in the back are celebrating too that the game is over. Hey, GG! Are we getting an interview? Oh, we'll get one. Let's try to get one of the kids up here. But try to get a kid up here. Let's get an interview.
If you want, plug it in. And I will turn on the mic and camera too. Turn this on mic.
Sorry. Was that that? 1, 2.
Too much game. Too much game. Oh yeah, use it as a mic. Yo. Just use it like this. No, because you're gonna. They're gonna record you. Then. Yeah, right now. No, because he's gonna be sitting next to him. No, my check.
Oh, he's gonna get the. It's a learning process. I will put in the chat. Oh yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah. Who's he getting?
I'm gonna be from this side. It's not better. They always record me with the announcers. They always come me on this side. I'm gonna crash.
Yo, you're a YouTube favorite, bro.
What? Still live.
Yo, you're a YouTube favorite. Everybody loves you on YouTube.
Where to go, Gabe? You want to right about here?
Let's do it right here so that
Come.
we get the nice shot from
Come on, over here, guys.
No, 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 no. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, he wished. I need to be like a. I saw you. No, no, no. No, 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 no. But I'm gonna be on this side. But
Ladies get what they want.
excusez-moi,
Ladies get
excusez-moi.
what they want, man.
Stay right there. Can you see the stairs? Okay.
You want
No.
her, you want her
Be
hold the mic or
quiet.
leave it
Stay
here?
right there. Oh. Well, what are you gonna ask for?
What are we asking? 2, 3 questions would be good.
Yeah.
You're watching the game.
This was an
What?
impressive victory.
What do you want me to ask you? Okay.
How do you feel? Oh,
Oh, we're live?
still on.
Oh, okay.
Just cool. Just
Okay, y'all just won right now. So,
How do you feel?
how do you feel about it? No, but are we not?
This was an impressive victory.
Okay.
But we're not live, bro.
Yeah, we all live.
Okay. So this was an impressive victory. So what did coach tell y'all?
He said it was a good victory, but we still got to clean a lot of things up. We made a couple errors. We didn't pick up much signs, but we're gonna keep up the work.
So how do you feel being in JV from George Washington?
Feels good. We have a couple important games, but I wish we had more. But it's a good community. It's nice. We're getting ready to be in varsity next year, and getting ready. The JV improves us to be in varsity next year.
Okay. So since season started, what was your goal and did you accomplish it?
My goal was to hit bombs and just get a lot of good reps, and I definitely accomplished that.
So another question?
A question from the staff. Saul, a lot of walks today. But we saw 2 of the Trojan base runners getting caught trying to steal base. What are the steps that we got to take to avoid these pickles from happening again?
I hate pickles, but they just gotta be prepared. They gotta be more active because some of them were sleeping. They were sleeping, and we gotta be more active on the base.
And in a game where there's a lot of walks, how do you stay in rhythm and make good pitch selections to swing at?
You just gotta keep your head in the game. Keep your head in the game and just think. If the ball is there, you gotta go for it.
All right, well, congratulations and great victory. And this is Saul,
Soriano.
third baseman for the George Washington Trojans junior varsity baseball team. Good job, Saul.
Thank you.
Now, we will see you all. Oh, well, we have Jade back.
So thank you for watching the game and being on the live. I hope you be here tomorrow for the girls softball game, and I hope you see all our YouTube videos being live.
You already know, for exclusive and the best beats, connect to www.idedbeat.com.
Bye.